Now, last time I did one of these videos, I took a slating, but I also took a lot of praise as well. And unfortunately, I feel I do have to make another one. Now, if you are new to the channel, I am Andrew. I do live here in the gorgeous Los Cristianos in Tenerife. So a big welcome back, or if you're new here, a big welcome. Now, I actually own and run a car rental company here and also a bar. I've lived here for 10 years, and that's my sort of little bit of a background. Now, in the winter time, like it is now, we are the UK's #1 holiday destination for great reason. The sun is gorgeous, the weather is gorgeous, the excursions, the Canary Islands themselves are busting at the moment. Over 11 million visitors so far this year in 2024. Now, unfortunately, with those big high numbers, I have to come back with the same warning that I give everyone every single winter. So I'm going to be going through those few warnings, telling you a little bit about what's been going on in general, and just stuff for you to look out for if you're visiting the Canary Islands in general, and particularly Tenerife this winter. So, of course, with those high tourist numbers, we do unfortunately get some people who we don't particularly want on the island, and they are the pickpockets, the thieves, however you want to call them. They are unfortunately back. They're back in numbers, and they are causing a few problems. From speaking to people in the bar, the car rental as well, they are back like every single winter. They're back again. Now, these are professional pickpockets, professional thieves. This is what you've got to bear in mind. Speaking to police back home in the UK, I've got a friend who's in the police as well, and the one key thing he always mentions is how this is their full-time job. This is their profession. They've got it all down to perfection. They know exactly what they're doing. They've mastered their craft, if you can call it a craft, and they are extremely good at what they do. Now, they fly in here every single winter. There's gangs of them. They come over. All the other, European hotspots, tourist spots are a little bit quieter now. Mainland Spain, etc., all dropping off a bit. Parts of Portugal. So they come where it is busy, it is bustling, and that is the Canary Islands, Tenerife in particular. It's crowded, it's busy, it's booming. We've got a little bit of the older clientele here as well, which makes it perfect for them to come over and do their pickpocketing. So I've had a few people pickpocketed this week, including one of my own clients. They came into the car rental office just down the road there in Los Cristianos. They came and booked a car, really excited. Within 10 minutes of leaving the office, they'd booked for the following day. They called me up and said, we think we've been pickpocketed. Is there any chance my wallet's in your office? Of course, it wasn't. They'd come out of my office, headed down to the Sunday market area, and been pickpocketed. So that is my big warning for you all. Do please be very careful with your bags. Gentlemen, your wallets, your man bags, whatever it is you have, please be very careful. Any busy area, it doesn't matter if you're up in the mountains, up Mount Tedy, you're down on the coast on the beach, you're at the Sunday markets, you're heading along the promenade. If you've got a bag, have it on your front, have it zipped up, be very careful with it. If you've got a wallet, don't have it busting full of cash hanging out your back pocket. Have it in your front pocket, or ideally just bring cash and a card. Ladies, your handbags, keep them on your front if you can. Ideally, don't bring too much out with you. Don't carry passports and things. Just bring out with you a little bit of cash, a card, and be very, very careful. They are so quick and good at it. Now, last time I did one of these videos, a lot of people said, oh, you're putting people off coming to the island, etc. That's not how I see it. You've got pickpockets and everything all over Europe. London, Edinburgh, Liverpool, Ireland, they're everywhere. But what happens is, as I mentioned, we get so busy that they come over here because it's so easy for them. There's so much going on. They're all out and about. You've got your holiday spendies. It's great pickings for them. It's like being in a pick and mix sweet shop for these pickpockets. So that's why we see a bit of a spike. I've had quite a few people coming into the bar as well, and they're saying, Andrew, you've got to do another warning video. You need to put up another warning. Can you warn the men to wear the bags on the front? My husband was dipped. So I just want to make it very clear that you do please have to be careful. This goes on across the whole island, not just here in Los Cristianos. As I've just mentioned, my bar is here in Los Cristianos, my car rental here is in Los Cristianos. I'm not putting you off coming to the area, I'm not putting you off coming to Tenerife. It is a warning for you all. That's also a point that bothers me, is every single year we get this spike and this increase, and yet we don't get any increased warnings, any posters, any increased police presence, nothing from the tourist board. And that is what really pees me off, is that the only person sort of giving out some warnings is me on the YouTube channel, a few other people making posts in Facebook groups. There should be a little bit of the tourism budget spent in the winter on warnings, a few posters around, a few extra people maybe doing some patrols, you know, take over one of the billboards in the area for a few months, just put a bit of a warning. For me, seeing that warning, I would feel better about a location, better about a destination, and a bit safer, like they were trying to look after you and warn you, than doing what we seem to do, and it's just sort of ride it out, let it happen, and sort of sweep it under the rug, and we try not to all mention it, and we all try and keep it quiet. I think that personally is the wrong way to go. So I will do what I can only do, and what a lot of people have asked me to do, and that is warn you all. My other warning that goes along with the pickpockets, because not only are they pickpocketing, they are also robbing the rental cars. Now, they're not stealing the actual cars, they are stealing the stuff inside them. Now, I had 2 done last week. Now, let me warn you as well, they've certainly upped their game this year. Normally, they would do the pandas, so certain cars they can get into, they pop the locks or they smash the window. These were both Volkswagens. I don't know how they got into them, how they did it, but they did. And one client had their drone stolen, the other client had their camera stolen. Both within 2 days, one up at Masca, one in Tady. So again, please be very careful if you're hiring a car or you're going to be out and about in a car. Doesn't matter whether it's a resident's car or not. If you leave stuff inside it, they will either see it and break in for it, or what a lot of the time they're doing, professional gangs, like I mentioned, they have spotters, they have people watching. They'll be acting like tourists at these picture spots. Oh, do you want me to take a picture? Meanwhile, their friend is eyeing up your car, watching what you're doing. You might think, oh, I'll just tuck it under the seat or put it under the parcel shelf. There is people watching what you're doing. They're waiting for you to do that from a distance. They'll watch you, you know, hide your bags under the parcel shelves or your tablets, your cameras, close it up, lock the door, and then they'll be straight in and they will steal your stuff. So do please be very careful. Thankfully, the client that had their wallet stolen that had booked a car, their wife drove anyway the following day, so they still took the car. But they were disappointed. You could see they were disappointed. They had a bit of an ill feeling about the island after that. Once you've been stung like that, it's really not nice. If anyone's had it done before, you feel violated, you feel annoyed, you feel disappointed in yourself, you feel stupid. It's not a nice feeling when you have your wallet stolen or something like that. And it does bother people. And I could see when they took the car the following day, they were just a bit disappointed. And I tried to sort of lift them and say, look, forget it, still enjoy your trip. But it ruins so many people's holidays. And a lot of these people don't come back to Tenerife. So I had to jump on and warn you all. It happens all over. Even outside our own bar, things go on. Outside of all of them, you just have to be very, very careful. Now, in the last one I did, it was a little bit more muggins based. You have to be careful with the word muggins. I was speaking to another bar owner about this, and I had to sort of agree. I did use the term muggins quite a lot, and a lot of people use that term as well on Facebook, on posts, and I've just heard someone has been mugged outside a hotel, etc. A lot of people use the word mugged for pickpocketing. So a lot of people will be pickpocketed, they'll have their wallet stolen, but they will use the term mugged. You have to be careful with that. Most of what is going on is pickpocketing, so please just be very careful. I don't know what else I can say really. If you're hiring a car, watch your stuff in your apartments and that, make sure all your doors are locked. The problem is people come over, it's gorgeous, it's sunny, it's beautiful, it's amazing. We are the UK's #1 for a reason. There is so much to do on Tenerife, and if you're thinking of coming over here, you certainly should. But people switch off, they go into holiday mode, and unfortunately they do get their stuff stolen, or they have their wallet stolen, or they have their bag dipped. So you have to stay alert, stay on it, just like you would at home. We're not quite as bad as London with all these watch thefts and stuff going on, but we do see an increase every single winter, and I just wish people would do a little bit more. I wish the authorities would do a bit more, because we seem to just let it slide a bit. A lot of people get annoyed and post it all over Facebook. A few people have been caught out. We even had another vlogger over here in Tenerife who got pickpocketed last week. So even another vlogger, so just watch out. Now let me know in the comments, so I'd like to know, do you like these warnings? Would you rather be warned? In general, in a destination, would you rather be warned? Like in Amsterdam, they have the billboards everywhere, pickpockets operate in this area, watch your stuff, be careful. All over Amsterdam, other areas do the same thing. Would you rather have that? Would you feel safer in a destination that warned you about this stuff, put a few posters around, a few flyers around, or would you rather go somewhere and not see any of that stuff and just hope it doesn't happen and not be reminded of it? For me, when I've been to Amsterdam, seen it myself, filmed it myself, I felt a little bit better seeing that warning, knowing that they were reminding you. I felt like the tourism board and that were trying to sort of protect you a bit more than not warning at all. So let me know in the comments, would you rather be warned? That is my winter warning for you all. I highly recommend the little money belts you can get from Amazon. They're fantastic, you can keep your cash in there, well hidden. For me, wallet-wise, I use one of these little ones. I've got my cards in there, little bit of cash. I don't take crazy amounts of cash out with me. This little wallet, and I keep it in my front pocket. And I would certainly feel if anyone was going in there. I don't like having anything in my back pockets, especially at these Sunday markets, these busy areas, people bumping into you and things. The other little one that I want to mention is, of course, there is the odd scam going on down Golden Mile. Let's be honest, I don't know what's going on down there, but recently it has become very, I don't know how to explain it really. There's a lot going on down there, and you've got a lot of the bracelets going on and stuff like that. Just be very careful, people approaching you, trying to give you a bracelet and ask for money. We went for Sunday lunch today with my mum and dad who were over at the moment. We got approached by another scam that was going on. A guy coming round, claimed he didn't speak or was deaf and things, and he was trying to get people to fill in their name and sign it on their form and donate to him with a clipboard. Again, the owner of the restaurant that we were in came out and said, don't do it, it's a scam. You do have the genuine people going around, the deaf community do go around as well with little things for sale, but this guy was just wanting me to write my name and give him money. And you could see the way it was printed on the sheet wasn't correct, and it was a bit of a shoddy piece of paper. And the owner of the restaurant did come out and say, don't do it, it's a scam, and kicked him out. So just be very aware, it's so busy. Unfortunately, we get this small percentage that want to capitalise on how busy it is, and it's a numbers game. If 1 in 20 people sign the form and give him some money, they've caught them all relaxed in holiday mode, then he's winning. But just keep your wits about you. Please do be very careful. I might get a little bit of flack, but I think it's better to warn you all what is happening on the island. We are buzzing, we are booming, make no mistake. If you want to see some videos on the channel, we've got over 1,500 excursions, live streams, you name it, restaurants. The island is buzzing at the moment. We are busier than we were last year. All of our cars are out, the bars are full, the restaurants are full. Everything is absolutely fantastic, but I do hear these stories every single day with the car rental office or in the bar, people coming in. There was actually one person managed to stop a guy having his bag pickpocketed the other day. He was telling me that story in the bar, and again he said, look, just warn people with their bags. And I just thought I'll do a whole video on it, get the word out there to just please be very careful. Let me know in the comments if you've got any other tips or advice that you would give. Do let me know down in the comments section how you would combat it or how you think the island should go about it. I certainly don't see any harm in any leaflets and things being given out. If you do get pickpocketed, do please make sure you report it with the police. It's unlikely you will get the stuff back, but you never know, because a lot of the times they just want the valuables, the cash and things, and they will chuck the handbag or the wallet, whatever it is. So you may get your items back. Also, that does go into our crime statistics or statistics for thefts and things. So do please make sure you report it with the police. If anything like that does happen, or you feel in danger or anything like that, just call 112. If you do have anyone approaching you or lingering around you, or you feel uneasy at all anywhere on the island, just go into your nearest shop, bar, cafe, just go inside, sit down, or tell the owners or speak to the staff and just say this person's making me feel uneasy, and they will normally certainly disappear. But I think that's just the most advice I can give without going too in depth. Unfortunately, it's one of those crimes that comes under petty theft and petty crime. So even if they do arrest these people or take them in and put them in the cells, etc., they're normally out the next day because they haven't committed the big enough crime to go to jail, etc. So that's where we stand. Now that is going to be it from me. If you have enjoyed the vlog, you've enjoyed the advice, do please give a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe, because there are videos every single day here in Tenerife. And normally we are extremely positive and having fun, but I do have to always pop in with these important reminders as well. Thank you very much for watching, and let me know in the comments, would you rather be warned or would you rather just go to a destination and you know, it's your own responsibility, you're switched on, so I don't want to be warned about it. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you very much, and stride on.